Tonight's headlines: Palace fires back at CARPIO over ESTAFA remark. Guillermo ELEAZAR is next PNP chief. FDA no authority over SOLONS in ivermectin distribution. Coronavirus cases in the country at 1,073,555. BELLO rejects SINAS bid for police clear. ITCZ to bring scattered rains over DAVAO region. Philippine stocks slip anew. And ABOITIZ'S equity extends SABIN ABOITIZ'S term as president. Good evening. Today is Wednesday, May 5, 2021. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Malacanang on Wednesday fired back at retired Justice Antonio Carpio for describing as Grand Estafa President Rodrigo Duterte's alleged unfulfilled campaign promise to retake islands in the West Philippine Sea from China. President Harry Roque said that Carpio has resorted into name-calling and stressed that as a former Supreme Court Justice, he knows the elements of estafa. Under the revised penal code, estafa is committed by resorting to some fraudulent practice to ensure success in a gambling game. He also reiterated that it was a Supreme Court decision penned by Carpio in 2011 which resulted in the Philippines losing islands in the West Philippine Sea to China. Interior Secretary Eduardo Año announced on Wednesday that Police Lieutenant General Guillermo ELEAZAR is the next chief of the Philippine National Police. ELEAZAR will replace Police General SINAS, who is set to retire on May 8. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque meantime disclosed that President Rodrigo Duterte has signed ELEAZAR's appointment. The palace official said that ELEAZAR's track record of professionalism, dedication, and integrity speaks for itself, adding that they are confident that ELEAZAR will continue to reform initiatives of his predecessors and lead the police organization to greater heights. Food and Drug Administration Director General Eric Domingo said Wednesday the agency has no disciplinary authority over lawmakers who distributed ivermectin despite lack of evidence that the anti-parasitic drug can treat patients with COVID-19. This comes after a Nakalusugan Party List Representative Mike Defensor and Deputy Speaker Rodante Marcoleta distributed ivermectin despite repeated warnings from health authorities and groups that it has not been proven to be effective against coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Domingo cited the need to determine if there are laws and regulations violated when told about the SOLONS distribution plans. The FDA is investigating reports that doctors wrote prescriptions on blank pieces of paper instead on prescription pads under the distribution project of Defensor and Marcoleta. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan. Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
The Department of Health reported 5,685 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Wednesday, to bring the total number of infections in the country to 1,073,555, even as 5 laboratories failed to submit data on time. The active cases are now at 62,713, and of the total, 94.4% are mild, 1.8% are asymptomatic, 1.6% are severe, and 1.2% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 993,042 after 8,961 recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 17,800 following 178 fatalities recorded. Data also show that 64% of the country's intensive care unit beds are in use, while 42% of the mechanical ventilators are occupied. In other news, Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello III has rejected the request of the Philippine National Police to make the National Police Clearance a requirement in the various transactions of the Department of Labor and Employment. In his letter to PNP Chief Police General SINAS, Bello said that while good-intentioned, requiring DOLE's clientele to secure NPC to avail of services will do more harm than good. The PNP describes the NPCs as a nationwide issuance of police clearance through online application, which seeks to improve the process for criminal records check. However, Bello said DOLE stakeholders are opposed to it, saying that constituents are not in favor of making the NPC a requirement to DOLE transactions. State Weather Bureau Pagasa on Wednesday announced that the Intertropical Convergence Zone will bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over Davao Region and Soc-Sargen. In its 24-hour forecast, the Weather Bureau advised affected residents to prepare for possible flash floods or landslides during moderate to at times heavy rains. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers due to the easterlies or localized thunderstorms. Flash floods or landslides are also possible during severe thunderstorms. Light to moderate winds and slight to moderate coastal waters conditions will prevail in northern Luzon and the rest of the country. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
Iba ng panahon, dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy to centers, pati sa mga parties may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all. Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
In business, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index slipped for the 4th consecutive day on Wednesday. The main equities gauge lost 0.94% or 59.46 points to 6,299.69 at the closing bell. The broader all shares declined by 0.62% or 24.39 points to 3,882.43. PhilStock's Financial Research Associate Claire Alviar attributed PSEI's close to the elevated inflation rate for April 2021, which was steady at 4.5% relative to last March figure, but still higher than the government's full-year target of 2 to 4%. Volume totaled 4.15 billion shares, amounting to 3.89 billion pesos. And diversified conglomerate ABOITIZ'S Equity Ventures Incorporated on Wednesday announced the extension of SABIN ABOITIZ'S term as Group President and Chief Executive Officer for another 3 years. In a regulatory filing, AEV said the ABOITIZ'S Board of Directors approved the extension to December 31, 2027 from the originally scheduled retirement date of December 31, 2024. SABIN stepped up as president and CEO of AEV on January 1, 2020, succeeding his brother ABOITIZ'S, leading the company to post a 276% increase in its bottom line for the first 3 months of the year. AEV reported a consolidated net income of 7.8 billion pesos in the first quarter of the year, up from 2.2 billion pesos in the same period in 2020. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition on Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarsute emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Katribu. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.